Hello, guys. Nicholas Vega, and I want to talk about the most important aspect to health and fitness. If you were to talk to all the health and fitness gurus, there's one thing they'll all agree on. There's all these types of low carb, this carb, the best training splits, the best this. But there's one thing that's the underlying factor towards success, and that is sleep. Not the amount of sleep, but the quality of your sleep. Pretty much there's deep sleep cycles and there's light sleep. Pretty deep sleep would be your dream state. But I'm gonna give you tips. All these tips right here is how to improve your deep sleep. But yeah, sleep is very vital. Pretty much, this is a very sleep deprived world. A lot of people don't put a lot of, even myself, till like about a month or two ago, till I listened to this podcast by Sean Stevenson, and he was talking about the importance of sleep. And man, when I listened to that podcast, I was like, I gotta get me some sleep. For all you grinders out there, if you want to be more productive, you need to get your sleep, man. Not only are you gonna be able to think better, you're just gonna be more productive in everything you do. But when it comes to fat loss or building muscle, you need to be getting your sleep. And it's not that you don't have time; it's just it's not a priority. One of my favorite stories by Eric Thomas was some lady, real quick. Some lady goes, I want to be a millionaire. Or she goes, why am I a procrastinator? And he goes, you're not a procrastinator. It's not a priority what you want out of life. And he says, let me tell you something. If I told you to meet me at the beach at 3 a.m. in the morning for $1 million, would you be there? And she goes, of course I would. And he goes, see, it's a priority to meet me. Just like getting that homework done, or people said I didn't have time, or I couldn't get to do my homework. No, you didn't have. It's not that you didn't have time. It's just it wasn't a priority. So pretty much you need to make sleep a priority. You need to at least get 7 to 9 hours of sleep, high quality sleep. And another thing is it helps maintain your hormones, especially ghrelin and leptin. When you maintain those hormones, when you don't get good sleep, you're gonna crave a lot more foods. You're gonna not only feel like shit, your blood sugar is gonna be imbalanced, and you're gonna crave a lot of food. It's a slower aging process, more productivity, HGH, human growth hormone, which is gonna burn fat and build muscle. More production with that, stronger immune system, guys. There's countless benefits. These are just some things I grabbed out of the list. And then here's the tips for better sleep. The most beneficial hours for sleep are 10 to 2 p.m. Like, you should be in bed by 10 p.m. I mean, that's not going to happen for a lot of people, but it's just a tip. Keep an exact schedule. You want to go to sleep at the same time. Condition your body. Your body follows a circadian rhythm, and pretty much that's what I was saying. These 10 to 2 p.m. You want to be in sleep at those times because that's when you're going to get the most hormones stimulated throughout your body. And sleep in complete darkness. When you sleep in complete darkness, you release melatonin. Melatonin is going to be released when it's dark out. That's what circadian rhythm is. It's pretty much how your body reacts to light and dark. And so if you're in darkness, your body's gonna register in its mind that it's time to go to bed. But let me continue. Snack on certain foods. There's an ingredient called tryptophan, I believe it's called, and things like nuts and just a whole bunch of other food. Pretty much, if you can incorporate that before you go to bed, maybe like an hour or two. You don't want to have a huge consumption of food before you go to bed, especially carbohydrates, because when you eat carbs like that, uh, you spike your insulin. If you spike your insulin, you won't be able to have human growth hormone uh, uh, stimulated throughout your body. So you want to maybe save carbs a few hours before bed. And then stay cool at 65 degrees or below. Your body naturally goes to a lower. My bad, excuse me. It gets cooler at night, so and that's another thing, man. Like that's the hardest part for me is finding that nice sweet spot. Like I'll be under the covers and then it gets too hot, but then I take off the cover, and then it gets too cold, and I'm like half covered, half naked. You know what I'm saying? It's just a complicated situation. So just get a fan or something. I don't know. Don't watch TV or electronics before bed. You can. The reason that is because there's a certain light that comes off your TV and your electronics that stimulates. It's an artificial light, and that's what ruins your circadian rhythm. And so, that light off the TV stimulates. It's like a blue light. It stimulates your hypothalamus, and it just slows down the release of melatonin, which is gonna help you sleep. If you're gonna do that, you need to put on sunglasses. That should reduce the amount of that blue light, artificial light that gets to your hypothalamus. Exercise releases melatonin, but don't do it before bed. When you do it before bed, you release cortisol, and cortisol is going to interfere with your sleep. When you release cortisol, melatonin can't be stimulated throughout the body. No caffeine after 2. The reason I say that is because caffeine has a half-life of 6 to 8 hours, and it just plays too much. It just ruins your adrenal system. You really shouldn't be relying on caffeine at all, besides a little dosage a day here and there. A healthy, balanced diet. Um, Drink water. I mean, just simplicity is everything. No alcohol. Alcohol make you sleep faster. Same with marijuana, marijuana, but it'll help you sleep more faster, but it won't increase your deep sleep cycles, which is where you're really gonna grow, where you're really gonna burn that fat, where you're really gonna build that muscle. That's where you want to get that. That's where you really want to focus on that deep sleep. And then herbal teas such as I think it's called chamomile or something like that. It has no caffeine. These are just natural remedies that just help you fall asleep. And that's pretty much all I want to say, guys. I don't care what you do. If you have your calories if you have your calories on point, if you're going to the gym every day, you're doing everything right, and you're not getting results, it's probably because you weren't sleeping right. You got to get that sleep, man. It's so important, man. And if you want to stay young looking for them ladies or them gentlemen, get your sleep. Have a good one. That's all I want to say. Subscribe, like, comment. Have a good one.